11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Liberty Park on a Sunday evening in January. It's season 16 for the home team, the Sioux Falls Sparrows, as they jump in after a championship appearance a season ago to take on the Denver Nightwings. Welcome in to Liberty Park. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Chris Curtis, Ryan Caudill, our statisticians, and our producer and commissioner Cameron Irvine with us for week one and our penultimate game of the week one slate in the Simulation Football League. It is bound to be a good one as these two teams, off of deep playoff runs, Ryan, looking to do the deed and get back to where they think they belong.
Yeah, last season, season 15, both these teams were such powerhouses. They were a force to be reckoned with on both sides of the ball. And we see Sioux Falls coming back from a championship run for 2 years in a row where they just weren't quite able to get it done. Still able to retain almost their entire roster. So this still is the makings of an amazing championship team, and this should be an amazing game that we're going to see today.
On the other side, the Denver Nightwings coming off a tops in the league season in the regular season, but could not quite get the job done against a very good Baltimore team that ended up winning it all. Denver comes in with the high-powered duo of Josh Miller and Jared McChesney, who are no doubt slated to return to form in season 16.
Yeah, that's right. Jared McChesney is an absolute beast. He's leading the league in just about every category for rushing. Last season, him and Colin Hart were absolute menaces in the run game.
A lot of fun. It is a huge matchup to start things off. Should be a barn burner, as it looks like Sioux Falls is going to start with the football on their home turf at Liberty Park. It is Kramer Jackman with the ball on the tee, and we're about ready to go with the SFL on FTF and also Lacrosse Sports Network on Facebook. Thank you very much for joining us on this Sunday evening. We are underway with game number one for both of these teams. This will be returned to about the 15 to the 20. Taken down at the 21 is AJ Levy, and he'll bring it out, and the Sioux Falls offense led by Julian Tyree.
Yeah, they're going to try to get off to a hot start here. When you're playing against Denver, you know that they're going to be scoring often. They're going to be scoring very easily against you. So Sioux Falls need to get out there, get into the end zone early.
And no better way to do that than to utilize their main tailback, Colin Hart. He's the deep back on this first down play, 3 in the backfield. Handoff, he's going to go left with it. Broken tackle, gets a couple of yards, tries to break 3 tackles, can't quite do it. 2nd and 6. The rest of the offense for Sioux Falls looks like this. Julian Tyree and Colin Hart, as mentioned. Fullback Charlemagne Cornelius is at number 20 on the offense. A.J. Warren, Gunnar Lewis, and Al Dillapre Sr., your wide receivers. Tight end Noe Terrazas and Dusty Wilson, your big man up front in the guard position, as Julian Tyree starts off this second down with an empty backfield. Quick drop throw over the middle. That one's caught, and that is going to end up at the 36-yard line for a quick 1st and 10. Sioux Falls moving the ball.
Yeah, good job getting the ball downfield. Just a good quick pass there by Tyree, getting that first down for them.
1st and 10, took them 2 plays to get that first down. 3 in the backfield again, very similar looking formation to their first play from scrimmage. Handoff, and the same play off tackle to Colin Hart. This one goes for 2 yards. Denver's defense looks something like this. Marlon Marshall is your defensive end, along with Michael Rochester. Defensive tackle Des Troyer. Linebackers Adam Wiseman and Echo Love. Your cornerbacks are Matt Papineau, Nick Kindler, and Roscoe Santagria. And your safeties, Josh Vasquez, and it is Maurice Lloyd, the strong safety. Their kicker tonight, Kramer Jackman, who's been a veteran of this Denver Nightwings roster. Ready for a second down play. Hart through the middle, and that is going to be a 3-yard gainer. Not much more to that one, as your team colors, the white and yellow, or the black and yellow, sorry, for Sioux Falls, and the white and black with blue trim are your Denver Nightwings. As these two, like as mentioned, very, very good teams. They have been at the top of the league for a couple of seasons now, as the Sioux Falls has a key 3rd down in front of them to try to extend this drive. Tyree looks to throw, throws right side. That is going to be caught towards the sideline and out of bounds, but in time for the first down. That will work. Noe Terrazas, the tight end, extends the drive.
Yeah, good play for Sioux Falls on 3rd and short. You go to the passing game. They try to go with Colin Hart. They got Cornelius involved in the run game as well, and that wasn't quite working. Denver stout there, meeting them at the line, but then getting the first down through the air works for Sioux Falls.
In the backfield again. They seem to like this formation on first down. We'll see if they try a left side run for Hart again. 7 in the box defensively. Handoff left side. Plenty of room for Hart. He's going to run it right through the middle and go vertical. And he's going to get a 9-yard gain. They are methodically moving down the field against this Denver defense. And Ryan, this Denver defense very good against the run a season ago.
Yeah, they were one of the best in the league against the run last season. First in the league in rushing yards allowed. First in the lead for rushing touchdowns allowed. But Colin Hart just had a big run against him.
One wide out to the right side. And a 2nd and 1. Hart again trying to find a hole. He's going to get taken down before he can. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the Denver 43. As you take a look at conditions, it is 18 degrees. It's chilly in South Dakota this evening. And a little bit of really no wind to speak of for the kickers to work against. So that should be a fairly easy way to go. But a big 3rd down again for Sioux Falls, as Denver looks to get settled in on defense and try to stop them from going any further. Oh, QB sneak for Tyree. Did he get it? He did not. He is short. And at the 42 is what they'll call it. But the line says he's not there, and Sioux Falls has a decision to make.
Wow, that was a bold call for Sioux Falls. And I'm not sure if it was the best call. You have Colin Hart. He's one of the best running backs in the league. Maybe let his leg take over. We'll see what they do on 4th and 1.
And will they snap the ball? 4th and 1, 3 in the backfield. They will. Hart, left side. He's going to get taken down. Denver gets the turnover on downs back near midfield, and a big stop on defense to give Josh Miller the ball with great field position.
And what an amazing play by the linebackers. They're getting into the backfield, getting off of his block. That was Marlon Marshall. Just an amazing play to get that 4th down stop. And bold call by Sioux Falls. They're taking some risk today. They went with that QB sneak that didn't work. They go for it on 4th and 1, but an amazing play by Denver defense to get that stop.
And now you have Jared McChesney with really good field position to work with. 3 to the left, 1 to the right for Josh Miller. Miller, the southpaw to throw right side. That one's caught, turning it upfield, getting close to the first down marker and getting there, but taking a massive hit. That was a real nice hit laid down. Jeremy Mosley, the tight end, with the catch.
Yeah, Mosley, the big man, no stranger to those big hits, but the Sioux Falls defense, they're trying to hit him hard and hit him early, but not quite able to stop that first down.
See if Josh Miller can give us a chance to get over his offense here in just a second. He's in the gun. First down, throw over the middle. That one's caught. Another first down thrown. Another first down caught. And don't look now, but the Nightwings are moving the ball. It's Riley Quintero with the grab there.
Yeah, just as soon as they get the ball back, they are moving it down the field. And this is what I said earlier. Denver Nightwings, they have such a powerful offense. They're going to get down the field. They're going to come at you in a second. And that's exactly what they've done so far.
The split back formation was a favorite of them last season. See if McChesney comes out of that split backs, and he does. Gets a couple of yards, make it 2nd and 8. Rest of the offense looks like this. Josh Miller, Jared McChesney, as we already talked about. R.E. Mills, one of your best receiving fullbacks, is the fullback tonight. Giacomo Jones, Bryce Battle, Riley Quintero, who we've already seen, your wide receiver trio. Jeremy Mosley, we've already seen, the tight end. And the 2 guards up front, Gene Benazzi and D'Amico Ryans, your big guys on the line. Miller sees something at the line in the split backs. He's going to try to call it out. 2nd and 8 at the Sioux Falls 31. 5-step drop, thrown deep, right side. It's tipped and incomplete. Near the 3-yard line, it's Davis who got up to take that one away. Terrell Davis, the cornerback, got up and knocked it down. It'll be 2nd or 3rd down at least.
Yeah, the way Josh Miller threw it, it looked like he wanted his receiver to come back towards the ball, but the receiver just kept going, and Terrell Davis saw it all the way and nearly got the first pick for the Sioux Falls Sparrows.
It looked like the ball was criminally underthrown as well. We'll see if Miller can redeem himself here. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 7 to the box defensively for Sioux Falls. Quick drop, thrown over the middle. That one's caught. It's going to be a first down at the 18-yard line. This is a great grab over the middle. Bryce Battle getting in on the act, and Denver moving the ball.
It looked like he had 3 other receivers there running that slant pattern, and Josh Miller fits it in a tight window there. 3 other receivers in the area, 5 Sioux Falls uniforms. Bryce Battle making a great catch, and they're still picking up that first down, and they're still keeping the drive alive.
First time in the red zone for either team. 1st and 10. Can get a first down still at the 8-yard line. Miller to throw. Goes to the outside and has McChesney with the football. Put the ball in the hands of your playmakers. He's unable to break a tackle, but he does get down to the 10-yard line. Make it 2nd and 1. Your matchup history for these two teams. Sioux Falls has dominated, all told, one of the few teams that Denver gets dominated by in history.
Yeah, and especially when they're here in South Dakota at Sioux Falls Stadium. The Denver Nightwing just have not been able to get it done. Sioux Falls 2-0 at home against Denver.
Doc McChesney through the middle. He's got some room to go. Down to the 2, down to the goal line, and he is 1st and goal at the goal line. He's down just before. It's R.E. Mills, actually, who has it, and it's 1st and very short.
Oh, this one is so close, Curtis. It looks like that would be worth a challenge. He looked like he had thrown his body over the goal line, but they don't quite give it to him. We'll see what they do with 1st and goal. They love to go to McChesney in the red zone.
They might try him here off tackle towards the end zone. He gets stuffed and loses a little bit of ground as well. It's back at the 1-yard line, 2nd and goal.
And what an amazing play by Jay Ringgold. He gets in there, meets McChesney at the line, does not let him drive through him. He gets McChesney, wraps him up, throws him down, gets him back a yard. Just an amazing play there on defense.
Under center. Split backs for Miller. Tight end is to the left. They may try going that way after the stuff on 1st down. Nope, they'll go the other way instead, and he's in. It is a touchdown for Denver, and they get their first points on the board. Great way to do it, and the Denver Nightwings start their march at McChesney with the first points of the season.
Yeah, first points of many for Denver Nightwings. We said this offense is so high octane. They are so powerful. They will just go down the field and score on you without batting an eye, and that's exactly what they do. Going to Jared McChesney in the red zone is their bread and butter, and it's worked so well for them. And we look at the points that they've gotten this season. It's so impressive, and their defense does not allow a lot of points on their side either.
Yeah, their point differential is very, very high from a season ago, and they will look to try to continue that. Kramer Jackman up at the extra point. It is up, and it is through with no issue. So 7-0 lead for Denver over Sioux Falls as the Sparrows have a chance to get their offense back on the field. An ill-fated 4th down rushing attempt is what cost them their good-looking drive at the start of this game, was they'll try to get on the field and redeem themselves.
Yeah, Sioux Falls need to come back after getting that turnover on downs. They need to be able to come back, drive down the field, go all the way down the length of the field, and show Denver what they're made of.
AJ Levy has the ball on the return. He's going to get it out to about the 24-yard line, and that's where he's stopped. And Julian Tyree will come out one more time to get his offense going. They utilized Colin Hart pretty well on that last drive, but they didn't seem to want to commit to any kind of aerial attack. And when they went to that well too many times, that drive just kind of dried up.
Yeah, it's true. Denver definitely prepared here for the run, as every team has to be against Sioux Falls. And if Tyree can change up the pace of the game, this will be a very different game so far.
Flipbacks on 1st down, playing in the box defensively. Handoff to Colin Hart on 1st down, and that is going to go 2 yards, no further. And it is going. It's actually Charlemagne Cornelius on the carry on 1st down, 2nd and 8.
They do that same play with Colin Hart, though, that they did on 1st down, where they do that dual package. They like to run Colin Hart to the left, but this time with the rookie Cornelius, they're giving him some of the reps and maybe Colin Hart some of the receptions on that kind of play.
Tyree to throw on 2nd down, has the ball in the hands of Colin Hart out to the outside. He'll get 7 yards, make it 3rd and 1, and now it's a big 3rd and short again for Sioux Falls.
Yeah, same kind of play call, same package that they ran on the last play. They had Cornelius lined up to the left of the quarterback. He runs up the middle, and Hart runs out, and they like to throw that out route to him. We'll see if they do a similar thing. It looks like a run package here.
Yeah, offset eye into what looks like a tight run package. You're right. Receiving routes will be very close in if they do throw it. That's going to be close, but not close enough. Colin Hart not able to get the first down, and it's 4th and 1 again for Sioux Falls. I expect him to punt on this play.
Yeah, when you're this far back in your own territory, the right move is to punt, but Nick Kindler on that last play absolutely lit up Colin Hart. That was just absolutely beautiful play on defense. It was textbook tackle forcing that 3 and out.
Coming. Punted away from about the 21-yard line, from the 21 all the way down to the 29 of Denver. And it's taken in, and he's brought down fairly simply at the 32. And back out comes the Denver Nightwings staff. Riley Quintero, your return man on the punt. See if the Nightwings can put some separation between them and the Sparrows. And if you're looking at offensive drive time, Denver now firmly in the lead in that particular department. Time of possession is on their side. 3 to the right, 1 to the left for Josh Miller. Play action. Miller to throw. He's going to get taken down instead. Ball squirts out, but it should be a down by contact instead. It will be, and Sioux Falls gets a sack, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good play by James Kelly, getting through that offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Looks like they might rule it as an incompletion, as he was hit way behind the line of scrimmage. That would be a big loss for Denver, but they still retain a good 2nd down that's not terribly long for them.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't think I saw any forward motion on the arm, but either way, that is what it is. 2nd and 10. Miller to throw. Throw right side. Caught, trying to turn it upfield, and does. And that's past the first down marker already. Great work to get it downfield as Terrell Davis, the cornerback, got beat on that crossing pattern.
Yeah, he did, and it looks like he was a little mad about it. Took it out on the receiver. Just some big hits from both defenses tonight. They're both trying to set the tone, trying to let these offenses know they won't be, just run over. But Sioux Falls has not been able to answer it.
For that to continue as well. Jeremy Mosley again on the outside with that catch. Miller to throw on first down. Gets it to the outside. McChesney, and he's going to have a few yards. Make it 2nd and 5. He gets lit up near the sideline. And that will put them in a prime 2nd down position to try to chip away.
Yeah, Denver started with some great field position on this drive, and they're just going to be able to capitalize on it. They keep marching down the field, getting these first downs almost with ease. And Jared McChesney, Josh Miller, they're a dynamic duo, and they've been proving it today.
Split backs for Miller. Handoff. Through the middle, it's McChesney. Got plenty of room to go. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to get taken down at the 21-yard line. The last safety who could get him did indeed get him, and it creates a 1st and 10 scenario at the 21.
And this is just beautifully done by the offensive line. They open up the middle. He has a fullback in front of him, and then he got offensive linemen in front of him, just driving the whole way. That entire run was just beautifully set up. Those linemen opening up the hole, getting some blocking downfield for him, and McChesney does the rest of it with his legs.
It's John Barnhart, the cornerback, who actually was able to chase him down and get that tackle. Good work by the corner. Miller to throw, has it in McChesney's hands again, going to try to break a tackle. He does, and he gets taken down by 2 Sparrows who converge quickly. It's a 6-yard gain, and no further he goes as it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, McChesney is just so tough to bring down, isn't he? He gets the ball in his hands. That first defender is almost guaranteed to miss. And McChesney's just that good at breaking tackles, and he's getting those good yardage, getting some solid yardage on first down. That sets up that amazing 2nd down. Josh Miller, gotta love it.
That was Nick Fargo on the tackle there. McChesney trying to break another one, getting forward, knocking it to a 3rd and 1. Gets taken down at the 12. He has been decent, but not Jared McChesney like just yet. 39 yards and averaging about 6.5.
Yeah, it seems like we've seen a good amount of running on this drive. McChesney getting the ball in his hands and getting those big gains when he needs them.
Split backs formation. Another handoff through the middle. That's a 1st down and more, down to about the 6-yard line. And a good rushing attack by R.E. Mills gets them 1st and goal. That'll bring us to the end of the first frame. Nightwings knocking on the door of a 2-possession lead in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. You're watching the SFL on For the Fans and Lacrosse Sportsnet. Chris Curtis, Ryan Caudill, our statisticians, and of course our producer and commissioner Cameron Irvine along with you for the ride of the penultimate game of the Week 1 slate. 3 to the right, 1 to the left as Denver looking to get another touchdown on the board. Over the middle, that one is caught, and it is indeed a touchdown. Denver gets the job done. It's R.E. Mills, the fullback, who brings it in. It's a 13-0 score.
And we didn't get to call him name much so far this game, but R.E. Mills getting his first rush of the season to get a first down and his first reception of the season to put Denver up 14-0 on Sioux Falls. Great play by Denver. They faked the run. They looked like they had a run package there. They end up going to the throw. They go to the fullback. They love R.E. Mills through the air. He is one of the best just at the running back or fullback position at catching the ball.
He does it over the middle of the field, too. He doesn't do it a lot out on the edges, which is good to see. This will be a Kramer Jack and extra point. It is up, and it is through to make it a 14-0 lead for the Denver Nightwings. Denver, who, of course, went down to the eventual champion Baltimore Vultures a season ago in the playoffs. And I'd say they're trying to make a statement as best they can against the team that ended up being the SFL runner-up, the Sioux Falls Sparrows, in Week 1.
Yeah, I think Denver may still be a little angry about that. Last season was their season to lose, and they unfortunately did. But coming out of the gates tonight, they're got some high-powered offense coming.
AJ Levy takes it out of his own end zone, and he's not going to get back to the 20-yard line. To the 19, he goes 1st and 10, and that'll bring Tyree Hart and company back out on to the field for Sioux Falls. But that's a good start. That's a very good start for Denver, and their defense seems to be playing just as well as their offense to this point. That Denver drive, by the way, 7 plays, 68 yards, and it culminated in the 6-yard pass touchdown from Miller to R.E. Mills. Hart, part of the split backs back there, thrown by Tyree over the head, and that's not going to go. It'll be 2nd and 10. The off-contract player McGee couldn't quite bring it in.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of miscommunication there between Tyree and his receiver, and a different look from Sioux Falls. We've seen them run first. Every single 1st and 10 that they have run the ball. That was the first pass, and it was a little bit different. We'll see what they do going forward, though.
Under center. Blitz coming, and a QB sneak from Tyree nets them a yard, but no further. They've done that a couple times this game, and it hasn't netted them much. Got to think they're not going to continue to go with that if it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's something that maybe they saw on film, potentially, that Denver leaves the middle of the field open. That's generally why that gets called, but it's not working. Denver has shortened up that side of their game.
Tyree to throw. Plenty of time. Deep right side. That one's caught. Long bomb right-hand side to the 40-yard line, down to the 42. And don't look now, Sioux Falls is moving the ball. It's Al Dillapre Sr.
Yeah, just a beautiful catch by Dillapre. Tyree threw an amazing ball, and I have no idea how he was able to get his hands up there and make that catch, but he did, getting the first down and stepping up where it matters. Sioux Falls here, they need to make sure they don't have any dangerous 3rd downs like they did on that last one. They need to go down the field, and they need to put some points on the board to answer Denver.
Bring in the backfield. Handoff, right side, Colin Hart. Going to break 1 tackle. Going to try to get around the edge. He's going to get a couple of yards, but no further. Make it 2nd and 7. Out to the Sioux Falls 45-yard line. Lloyd coming up to make the hit.
Yeah, they almost had him in the backfield, but he's able to bounce off the tackle, get to the outside, and not many running back can do that, make that play, and make it into a gain of 3. Most people would fall at the goal line there, or at the line of scrimmage there, but Colin Hart making a gain out of nothing.
Under center, handoff again. This time Colin Hart breaks through one, but he doesn't get through the second one, and it's 3rd and 5 for Sioux Falls as they come across another 3rd and medium. Echo Love, the linebacker, coming up to make the hit and make the stop.
Yeah, Colin Hart's one of those guys who's going to lower his shoulder and dive into anyone, no matter if it's a lineman, if it's a corner, whoever it is. And he just lowered his shoulder into a 300-pound lineman and sent him flying about 5 yards.
Offset I formation. Hart is the deep back. You've got Cornelius as the fullback there. Hart through the middle. He's not going to get there. Seemingly they're leaning on him a lot, and it's not working the way they want. Vasquez comes up to make the stop. It's 4th and 2, and again, Sioux Falls will likely punt.
Some great defense by Denver here is making this possible. Normally you'd see the secondary kind of more towards the outside, but they're playing in on a bunched box to try to stop Colin Hart.
You would think that gotta go. Oh, they're actually on the field as well. The offense, 4th and 2 at the midfield line. Do they snap it is the question. 8 seconds left on the play clock. They've got split backs. 7 in the box defensively. It does not look like they are in any mood to snap that football, trying to get Denver to go off, and that's not going to work. And, well, Sioux Falls calls the timeout. Expect a punt on this side.
And Denver going for the 20th road win of their franchise. Very impressive for them. And against Sioux Falls, it's hard to do at home, or on the road for Denver anyway. For Sioux Falls at home, they're usually so good. But Denver started out of the gates coming out hot.
They're on a roll to start with. 4th and 2. Punting unit on the field for Sioux Falls. Quintero back deep for the Nightwings, ready to return it. Snap good. Hold is good as well, but it nearly got blocked. Does get it away out to about the 12-yard line, return to the 13, and no further than that. Josh Miller and company moving left to right across your screen. They're back out on the field looking to take a 3-possession lead if they can. And they've basically, the offense has been able to do what they've wanted so far in this game.
Mm-hmm. The difference with this drive is the field position. I mean, we've seen the last 2 drives, Denver getting the ball at their 35, around their 40-yard line. This time, they're way back in their own territory. Now they've got to drive the full length of the field. We'll see what they do.
Some love to Tim Hackett, our statistician, one of our statisticians tonight. 37-yard net punt for the Sioux Falls Sparrows on that particular play, as they were able to pin the Nightwings down, but a throw to the right-hand side gets them 9 yards, and a little bit of no huddle for Miller and company. Outside, caught, first down and more. A nice play to break a tackle. I believe that was McChesney who had it, and it's 1st and 10 at the Denver 29 as they get out of trouble.
Yeah, I think they like the defensive package that they're seeing. They're going with the no huddle. They're trying to drive down the field and catch Sioux Falls off guard.
Throw over the middle. That one's caught as well. Miller on the money with a lot of these throws. They still remain no huddle with still 7.5 minutes, but they catch Sioux Falls in a great personnel grouping for Denver's offense. Play action. Miller to throw. Right side, caught towards the sideline, dragging the feet. And that is a good-looking catch to make it 2nd and 2. Bryce Battle brings it in, and Denver again moving the football.
And how about Denver changing it up on Sioux Falls, catching them on their back of their feet? Just really lacking here. I mean, Denver coming with the no huddle and just throwing the ball all over the place, getting the first downs, getting those big gains, and Sioux Falls just has not had an answer for it defensively.
Sioux Falls has 7 in the box defensively, going to move some up towards the defensive line. 2 in the backfield for Denver. Handoff, McChesney through the middle, got the first down and more out to the 38-yard line, and another one that moves into Sioux Falls territory. It's 1st and 10.
And if you're Sioux Falls, you have to wonder what's happening there on the defensive side, and it's the offensive line here for Denver is opening up these amazing holes for McChesney to run through, and he's just so fast it's almost impossible to catch him. That secondary is making those tackles every time. We need to see for Sioux Falls, you need that linebacking core to step up. They need to plug up the holes and stop McChesney at the line.
Dean Benazzi, D'Amico Ryan's doing really good work to keep the lanes clear. Play action again for Miller. Throw right side, caught again. 2nd and 2. Another one on the right side for Giacomo Jones, his first catch of the ball game. As you take a look at these 2 rushers, these 2 dynamic rushers for each respective offense. It's Jared McChesney, it's Colin Hart. You see the numbers there.
Yeah, last season these guys were absolute menaces in the league. No one could really stop them on the ground. McChesney's probably the number 4 in rushing yards. Colin Hart number 2. Both of these guys are just really impressive.
Under center, handoff through the middle, make it 3rd and not very much. 3rd and inches officially at the Sioux Falls 29, and Denver in a tough spot, but they are at least in field goal range for Kramer Jackman.
And if you're Sioux Falls here, you need to get the stop. If you can hold Denver to just a field goal, that'll be considered a win when you're looking at this high-powered offense. 3rd down, this is a big one.
And they do indeed get it right through the middle. They go, they gash the defensive line for Sioux Falls. It's R.E. Mills who's made an impact in this game. He does it again here.
You know, last season, season 15, R.E. Mills had no rushes the entire season, all 12 games. And in this game alone, he already has 2 that have gotten first downs, and he has a big touchdown reception.
Infinitely more than he did a season ago. Interesting enough. I formation for Miller. Throw to the outside. It's McChesney with the football, trying to get through. He's going to have a total of 3 yards out to the 23. And Sioux Falls not able to really plan for what Denver's thrown at him. They're more playing reactionary than they are proactively on defense.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that Sioux Falls is really just reacting to what Denver's throwing. They're really going all over the place. Denver using every single one of their weapons so efficiently today.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Miller, another play action. Right side, that one is into some tight traffic. It'll hit the ground harmlessly. That is incomplete as the linebacker comes to make the play.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of throws from Josh Miller today that are just barely getting to his receiver's hands. Sioux Falls trying to get their hands on the ball, and one of these days they're going to actually get that interception. Josh Miller is playing with fire.
Josh Miller, a season ago, 24 touchdowns to his credit, but I think if you ask him, he'd like to reduce the number of interceptions. Ended up with 20 of them in this team's route to the oh, that one's picked off back the other way. And you talk about interceptions. How about 1 on the day for Miller? And I believe that's what you call a broadcaster's curse. Apologies. Nick Fargo makes the play, and Sioux Falls has the football.
Miller, I told you you were playing with fire and you just got burned. Nick Fargo getting his hands up in the air and coming up with a huge interception for Sioux Falls. This is exactly what that team needed. They were struggling down on their luck. Now this is a momentum shift. This is where they can come back in this game.
1 touchdown, 1 interception on the day for Miller now as Sioux Falls starts their new drive at the 24. Tyree is in the I formation. Tyree to the outside has Colin Hart. Hart with room in front of him, trucks through 1 and sent his defender about 3 yards the other way. Feels bad to be Matt Papineau, the cornerback, who got absolutely destroyed as Julian Tyree makes the play and Colin Hart makes the hit.
You can feel the electricity in this offense, and that was a jolt there for Papineau. Just a big hit from Colin Hart, and you can feel the momentum building for Sioux Falls. They're going to try to capitalize on this interception. They need to get some points on the board, and you can feel the energy in Sioux Falls Stadium here today.
Liberty Park trying to get loud, get rowdy for their Sparrows. Back-to-back trips to the SFL championship game. Right side for Hart, trying to turn the corner, and he's going to get hit. Bit of a returned fire from the Denver defense as they come up and lay the wood, and that's a nice hit to lay on the running back. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Man, these teams are just going at each other. Big hit after big hit. They are not afraid to, just lay the wood on anyone that they see.
Nick Kindler going in and laying a big hit to Colin Hart after what he just did to Matt Papineau. Hart through the middle and no go. They continue to try to run the ball on 3rd down. It does not bear fruit, and Sioux Falls will have to punt it again 1 more time.
Yeah, that time they went with Cornelius, tried to send him up the middle, but it just did not work. You had Colin Hart open in the flat. He could have dumped it off, but instead it was a running play, and it does not net fruit. I mean, they're going to have to punt again. This is just disappointing from Sioux Falls' offense.
High snap, brought down nicely. Punt is on the way. It'll get to about the 35-yard line and taken down to at the 37. Is going to be Quintero. That's where Miller and company start again for their next drive. That is a nice way to go for the Denver defense. It comes up, makes the hit that's needed, and now all of a sudden they have themselves in really good position to make a real nice separation play for this offense. Handoff. McChesney left side trying to break through a tackle. That is going to get to 2nd and 6 at the Denver 41-yard line. McChesney has a rushing touchdown. He's past the half-century mark for the day.
Yeah, big day already for McChesney, getting his touchdown earlier and trying to get towards that 100-yard mark again today. And he may well do it. The way he's running, the way that Sioux Falls has just not been able to stop him, he's slated for a big day.
Right-hand side. McChesney, plenty of room, plenty of green. He's going to break another tackle, and finally they get to him at the 40-yard line. Sioux Falls. McChesney making people miss, and it's 1st and 10 again for Denver.
And just an amazing play at the line. The blocking is just tremendous. He gets a huge hole to the outside, the guard swinging out with him, and he just nothing but daylight in front of him. Big play for McChesney. He has that explosive potential, and Sioux Falls need to get a man on him.
Split backs formation for Josh Miller. Handoff. McChesney again, another big truck. Seen a couple of those this game, one from each running back, and that'll get it down to 2nd and 3. And A.J. Levy, we're just going to mention him as well, has enough tackles. He has passed Dylan Rowland for 5th all-time for the Sioux Falls defender, longtime defender, as we come to the 2-minute warning in this first half. 14-0 lead for Denver as we come into the last couple of minutes. 120 seconds left to halftime at Liberty Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Denver moving left to right on your screen. Left-hand side, McChesney trucks one, gets a first down, and gets him taken down at the 28-yard line. McChesney just over 7 yards a carry now. He was just over 6 earlier, has really turned on the Jets.
He's an absolute monster. These defensive players are got to be scared of him. He's going to just lay the hit on anyone that comes in his way. Chesney going straight for the end zone like a train.
Offset eye. Miller sees something on the defensive line, going to try to call something out. Oh, there's a free play. Broken tackle behind the line, doesn't matter. They're going to get some yards out of it regardless. And an encroachment.
And that's got to feel bad for Sioux Falls. I mean, the defense finally getting a stop, finally getting their hands on McChesney, getting him behind the line of scrimmage. But an offsides makes it so that doesn't even happen. It's just bad break after bad break for the Sioux Falls defense.
Defensive lineman Summers, the guilty party on this particular occasion. Still a 14-0 lead in Denver in a prime position to add to it. Looking at a 1st and 5. The 22-yard line is where they're at. Offset eye formation for Miller. Handoff. McChesney going to try to work the outside again. Off tackle to the 10, down to the 6, to the 4. And he's going to get taken down actually at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for Denver as they're knocking on the door again.
And this game is coming up all McChesney. Over 100 yards on the day now with that run, and he is just absolutely mowing down these Sparrows.
18-yard gain. Handoff. McChesney again, and that is a touchdown for the moment. There is some laundry on the field. We'll have to sort that out, but for the time being, it's a 3-possession game for Denver. Okay, so they're going to call it a clipping penalty. That'll wipe away the touchdown. That'll send them backwards a little bit. The Sparrows are going to accept it, and Denver has to try again.
Yeah, almost a huge run there for McChesney, getting almost his 2nd touchdown of the day, but instead the penalty comes in clutch for Sioux Falls. They get a second chance really at this drive. They need to find a way to stop Denver. I mean, Denver has just been able to run down the field every single time through their defense and just not really having any pressure to push back against them.
Offset eye formation once more for Miller. Looking to throw. Southpaw looks right side, caught. Trying to move it upfield is McChesney. He does. Gets it trucked down to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, and when you're 15 yards out, that's a solid gain you want from your running back. Just get your team a little bit closer, make that throw a little bit easier, or the run a little bit shorter. And that is good doing there by McChesney. See if they go with him again. They've been running just about every single play on this drive.
7 in the box defensively, 8 in the box defensively for Sioux Falls. Run through the middle, and McChesney gets hit like a truck just behind the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken, and that is going to put them in a long 3rd down as they're looking at 3rd and 9 to the end zone.
Yeah, Jose Fuentes looked like he was sick of seeing McChesney with the ball in his hands. puts him on his back, and every single play on this drive has been McChesney. Every rush and only the one reception was also to McChesney.
8 yards to Pater. 3 to the right, 1 to the left for Miller. Big third down. Quick drop, thrown over the middle, caught short of the end zone, gets taken down at the 2, and decision time here for Denver as they're sitting at 4th and goal.
And huge stop for Sioux Falls. Getting Denver down and making them not score a touchdown, depending on what they do here on the 4th goal, could be crucial for them. And if they kick this field goal, it's huge for Sioux Falls.
They're going to attempt the field goal instead. Kramer Jackman out there. It's a 19-yard chip shot for him from the left hash. Should be money from this spot. Snap is good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through with 0 complications. Make it a 17-point lead for Denver. Sioux Falls still looking for their first points of season 16 as we come across the 37-second mark left in this first half of play. Jackman with it on the tee, trying to give it back to Sioux Falls. Remember, Sioux Falls started this game with the football, albeit on an errant 4th down attempt that stopped that drive. And that is going to mean that Denver gets the ball back when we come back at the end of the halftime break. AJ Levy is going to try a return out to the 23-yard line and no further than that. So here we go. Not a lot of time left for Julian Tyree, but they do have 2 timeouts. Maybe a couple of plays and get them in field goal range, at least get that 3 back.
Yeah, I think this is plenty of time for Sioux Falls. Though their offense hasn't been showing up too much today, this is where they can and should show up. They need to get down the field, try to get those 3 points back, try to see what they can do.
Tyree in the gun. Looks to throw to the outside. Chance to move upfield. That would have been Cornelius, I believe, on that catch. He has themselves a first down. The clock continues to go. 20 seconds to go in this first half. Tyree with the football. Throws again. Floats one over the middle and finds the seam and the first down. Still no timeout called. 10 seconds to go in this half. Trying to find something to go positive like. 5 seconds left. Has the football. Looks to throw. Throws short. Got the catch. Down he goes at the midfield stripe with 2 seconds left. And they'll likely heave-ho it downfield to see if they can get something into the end of the halftime.
Yeah, they had some good plays there getting down the field, but they just needed to call that timeout on the big completion that got them almost to midfield. That was where you need to call the timeout. You have 12 seconds left. But instead, they go for the play. And now you're here at midfield. You don't have time to go for the field goal. You got to try to go for the Hail Mary. You got to get in the end zone. That's probably the only way you'll get points on the board in this half.
Take a look at Gunnar Lewis. He's been rather absent on the offensive side of the ball, but really so has their passing attack in general. Not a lot of attempts from Julian Tyree down the field. A lot of Colin Hart we've seen in this first half. Trying to move out of the pocket. He's going to get taken down. And that is going to end the first half in style for the Denver defense as they give up no points and walk into the locker room with a 17-point advantage and end that drive with a sack. It's a 3-possession game in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at Liberty Park, the start of season 16. It's been a good one as we play the penultimate game in week number 1. Ryan Connell, your halftime thoughts as we go into the break.
I mean, this game is coming up all Denver Nightwings. They are playing Denver Nightwings football just almost perfectly. The execution across the board has been immaculate. The running game for Denver, McChesney has been just running his heart out, over 100 yards on the day already, getting himself a touchdown, and he's still got a half to go. And he's just been unstoppable. Sioux Falls on defense hasn't had an answer for it. We also have Josh Miller from Denver getting those tight throws. Though he had one interception that was probably my fault, he's been finding all of his receivers all day. They've been getting some solid gains, some solid first downs, and really no net negative plays from Denver. For Sioux Falls, you got to look at the offense. They've been trying to go through Colin Hart. It's been working to a mild manner, but they need to get more involved in the passing game. Get, Gunnar Lewis, big man in the red zone, need to get him involved as well. And just across the board for Sioux Falls, they need to be able to pick it up on defense, on offense. They need to play some better games here against Denver.
the out-of-town scoreboard, Portland Fleet over the St. Louis Gladiators at the moment. That game is a 10-0 score in favor of Portland on the SFL's Twitch channel. On this channel, Sioux Falls needs to get themselves back going again. Your halftime stats as of this time being, well, really the biggest stat you got to look at is not a lot of turnovers, but Colin Hart has been the main focal point for Sioux Falls, and it has not worked out to their benefit as they've used him a lot, but really with not a lot to show for it. Maybe this second half start unleashing Julian Tyree a little bit, have him use his receivers downfield. So we get ready to go. 17-0 lead for Denver. Sioux Falls about to kick it back to them. Chance for a 4-possession game if it comes down to it. It'll be returned by Quintero about a yard deep in the end zone, and it'll get taken down at the 22-yard line. Chris Curtis, Ryan Caudill on For the Fans on Twitch and Facebook, and the Lacrosse Sports Network. Welcome those of you that are welcoming us into your home on this Sunday evening in the middle of January. 18 degrees is what we started at game time about. It's been chilly, no doubt about that. If you guys are just joining us, Denver's in your white and black with blue trim, and the Sioux Falls Sparrows are in the black jerseys with the yellow trim as well. Through the middle, McChesney going nowhere on that first down play at 2nd and 9.
I was worried looking at the defensive package from Sioux Falls that they wouldn't be able to stop the run, but they proved me wrong there, getting that stop at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be key for them. If they can stop the run here in the second half, they have a path back into this game. They need to be able to hit McChesney early, hit him at the line, and get all your team around him if you want to stop them and get the ball back.
Backs formation for Miller. Plenty on the defensive line. Another handoff through the middle, and McChesney tries to find a burst of speed through the middle of the defensive line. Actually, that was Ari Mills this time. He has a couple of rushes in this game. 3rd and 6, and a key 3rd down here for Sioux Falls on defense.
Yeah, if Denver can come out of this game out of halftime with a 3 and out, that would do wonders for Sioux Falls in their defense, their offense, the whole team momentum in general.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Miller to throw. Pump fake, throw now over the middle. A lunging catch and a grab that'll bring him to the 41-yard line. Denver moving the ball. It is Bryce Battle again who is making himself felt.
Yeah, Bryce Battle's one of those receivers for Denver that, last season didn't have a massive season. 41 receptions, 668 yards on the season. But this season, I think, is Bryce Battle's season. He's coming into his own, really coming in as a strong wide receiver 2 for Denver. And he's going to pick up some big plays, big chunk plays for this team going through this season.
One of his favorite things, he's done it multiple times in this game, is moving from the outside to the middle of the field. And Miller's hit him just about every time that opportunity's come up. This one's a tip ball and knocked down. That was an opportunity for Riley Quintero to bring that one in, but the defense saw it coming. It was A.J. Levy.
Yeah, good play there by the Sparrows. You got to worry about the slants when you're playing Denver. You look at their passing game. They love to run these crossing routes up the middle. They have Bryce Battle doing it, and they have Quintero doing it there. Well played defensively by the Sparrows.
3 to the right, 1 to the left for Denver. McChesney is the deep back. It'll be a play action to him. Miller throws left side. That one is caught, and that'll get the ball to about the 49-yard line. Quintero able to bring that one in. Miller has thrown, I think it's, if I count, 6 different play action plays at the Sioux Falls defense, and the way McChesney's running the ball, they work just about every time to freeze the linebackers.
Yeah, it's really hard once you're in the second half when you have the big threat in McChesney that you've been trying to stop and you need to hunker down on. But then you have another threat with the ball in his hand, Josh Miller, who can throw it to anyone.
It'll be a handoff, and going nowhere is going to be McChesney. He's going to lose 2 yards, make it 4th and 3, and Sioux Falls gets the stop they need to possibly start the comeback trail. As you take a look at Alex Parker, this is 9th season in the Sioux Falls black and yellow. Punt upcoming. It is up and away. Levy is back to grab it. He's got it at about the 15-yard line. Spins past 1. Tries to juke past 17 hits, and he's going to get taken down at the 23. And Sioux Falls back out on the field with Julian Tyree. This, I would venture to say, Ryan, they need to start working some momentum into the offensive side of the ball, as that defensive stop is a good start, but now they have to put points on the board.
That's exactly right. That start was exactly what they needed to get this game going, get this offense going. Stopping Denver and making sure their offense does not score there is huge. This is where the Sioux Falls need to get their running game involved. Colin Hart and Tyree need to be throwing the ball more.
1st and 10. Handoff left side. Colin Hart's going to get down and dirty towards the 29-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain for him. Good stuff. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and this is a little bit more of what Sioux Falls is used to as an offense. They are always run first, run heavy, and getting that 6 yards for someone like Colin Hart is a really easy task for him. So this is a little bit more of their bread and butter, what we've seen. We'll see if we'll see more of it here coming soon.
2nd and 4 in the split backs for Tyree. Handoff through the middle, and it'll be a 2-yard gain. It's 3rd and 2 at the 31. Keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow and subscribe to all the channels: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. From teams to podcasters, final scores to major highlights, SFL Social has you covered. Big time play here for Sioux Falls. Through the middle! Not going to happen. 3rd down goes by the wayside again. Their 3rd down conversions not very good. Des Troyer comes up with a hit. It's 4th and 2 again, and Sioux Falls will punt it away.
Oh, and again on 3rd down, Curtis, they go for the QB sneak, and it does not work. Tyree, he's got 11 seasons in this league. He doesn't run like he used to in the old days. Give that ball to Colin Hart. Let him do his thing. You have a guy that you have been using forever, for 6 seasons as a running back, who's just been electric. And not going to him there on a 3rd and short that you need to pick up is just questionable for me.
1st and 10 for the Nightwings, who have the ball and the lead, looking to try to bring this game to its knees if they can. Takes a lot of effort to come in to a hostile environment like Sioux Falls and do what they're doing currently. 3 in the backfield for Josh Miller. It's a free play as well. Handoff, McChesney has some room to go through the middle. We've got a flag on the field, and it will likely be declined as he got over 5 yards. We'll see. But that's a nice run up the middle to try to take advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely an early jump from Sioux Falls. Just giving another free play to Denver. But the right move is to decline there. Let McChesney get those 9 yards on his stat belt. And looks like they're going to do it again, I think, here on 2nd down. They need to just keep giving the ball to McChesney. It's been working for them so well today.
Miller ready to go here, trying to find a groove. He's been pretty decent all day long, as the 1 interception to his detriment. In the gun, 2 with him. Miller, short drop back, throws left side. That one is caught. A 1st down for Giacomo Jones, who drags the feet, get him to the 48-yard line. And Miller, 172 yards through the air today.
And I talk about how they can beat them through the middle with the slants, but they can also beat them there on the outside, just all over the place. This Denver Nightwings offense is. If you can't beat them up the middle, if they can't beat you up the middle, they'll beat you on the outside. That's exactly what they just did.
High formation. 1st and 10, trying to get it past midfield if they can. Handoff, McChesney trying to rush it into the pack. That's not going to work. No gain on the play. Next Saturday on 11 Sports Network, it is week 2 beginning. Well, and it's going to be on 11 Sports and for the fans, as Los Angeles, the new team, visits Houston, and Lone Star travels to Carolina. And Jacksonville and Florida renew the battle for the Sunshine State, as St. Louis hosts Queen City. Cover starts at 4:30 Eastern. SFL on 11 Sports. Football season is only just beginning. That's a ball over the middle, and that is a 1st and 10 for Giacomo Jones on the catch, and Denver moving again and taking more time off that clock.
Whatever second half adjustment Sioux Falls made, it worked against the run. On the 1st down, we saw McChesney get stood up at the line of scrimmage, but Denver, they're just that good. They're going to beat you no matter what with the passing game through the air. They go to Giacomo Jones and get another big 1st down.
In the backfield for Miller. 6 in the box defensively. Over the middle again. That one's caught. There's a ball on the ground, and it's picked up by Sioux Falls. We'll see if they rule it an incomplete pass, but for the moment, it is Sparrow football with really good field position.
And if this stands, it's an amazing play for Sioux Falls, getting the ball back into their hands. The turnovers are crucial for this team. The defense may not be stopping the yardage, but they're getting turnovers. They're getting the ball back in the offensive hands. And that is what you want when you want your team to get going. But here's the challenge for Denver, and I think this is the right challenge here.
Yeah, definitely the right challenge. What I saw in that first replay, and this is something that I'm wondering if the referee will catch on here, is that there was absolutely a football move to bring that ball in after the catch took place. The biggest question, though, is he barely got his second foot down, so did he complete the process of the catch is the question.
Yeah, the question is the feet. It looks like he tucked the ball, which is a football move. We'll see if they say the feet went down.
All right, so it is indeed a, well, let's see what I believe the ref just contradicted himself there. We'll see if that is indeed the case. At the moment, it is Denver football. They're still out on the field, so it is not a fumble. It's an incomplete pass instead, 2nd and 10. So big call by Stripes there to take that one away. It'll be right side, handoff to McChesney, and he's running out towards the 20-yard line and still sitting above 6 yards a carry as he does the job to get them into deep field goal range at the very least.
These runs to the outside are working so well for McChesney. Look at the offensive line getting the blocks, and then R.E. Mills picking up his block. That was so huge in that run. And Denver just running the ball, throwing the ball. They're doing it all on offense.
1st and 10. Denver can really start to put their stamp in this game if they're able to score points here. Get in the pay dirt. Handoff, left side, plenty of room. Trying to break a tackle, but nicely done. The open field tackle is a very, very good one from John Barnhart, who came up to make the hit, and that is 2nd and 10 for Denver.
John Barnhart is one of those better tackling quarterbacks here in the SFL, and that was potentially a touchdown-saving tackle there. Looking in the open field, he had nothing but daylight. A free first down for McChesney in front of him. Big stop.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Pump fake for Miller. Thrown left side, out of bounds. 3rd and 10, as it was Quintero who couldn't quite set his feet. And a 3rd and long opportunity for the Sioux Falls defense to try to hold them to a field goal.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 is a good opportunity for this defense. They need to get a stop. You need to stop Denver. Keep this at a 3-score game. Another touchdown could put this one not out of reach, but difficult to come back from.
Mid to late in the second quarter, out of town, Portland up 13-0 on St. Louis. We're watching that one for you as well. And you guys can as well, the twitch.tv/SimulationFL. Do a dual screen if you have to. That's over the middle, and that one is caught. It's a Night Wings touchdown. Giacomo Jones bringing that one in, and Denver gets exactly what they need.
And the Night Wings going through the air. Just a beautiful ball by Josh Miller coming across the middle. Giacomo Jones, and he finds the space between the defenders, getting that big touchdown for them on a 3rd and 10, no less. Rather than going for the first down, they go for it all, and it works out for them. And now it's a 4-score ball game. And Sioux Falls is going to need some coming back if they want to win this game.
This will be a good hold on the extra point. It is up and it is through, and it's a 24-0 deficit for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. They were the runners-up in the championship game a season ago, retained just about everybody on their roster, if I'm not mistaken, and they are, they're getting a bit punched in the mouth at home here, which is not the result you'd expect from a game like this in Liberty Park.
That's right, and you look at Sioux Falls, you look at their offense, their makeup is predominantly Colin Hart. He's their lead guy, their biggest guy, and there's good reason for it. He's an amazing runner, and he can run over just about anyone. But when you have a team like Denver, whose defense is so stout against the run, it's going to be hard. You need to get your passing game involved, and that's kind of where Sioux Falls lacks. Tyree ranked in the bottom last season in quarterbacks and yards thrown, and so when Denver makes Sioux Falls throw the ball, it's just not going to work out for Sioux Falls, and it hasn't so far.
1st and 10. for Sioux Falls. They're trying to get themselves back in this football game. They got to get points first. That's the most important part. This will be through the middle. And another run for Colin Hart. This one does not go very far. And it will be a 2nd and 8 after it's just a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, and yet again, we see Denver defense is standing up the run so well today. Colin Hart just not really able to get much going. I mean, his biggest carry of the day is only for 9 yards. He hasn't even gotten a full first down out of a run. So just impressive stuff from Denver.
This will be through the middle. And again, another run through the middle of the defensive line. This one at least goes forward, make it 3rd and 4. After that one from Charlemagne Cornelius gets some positive yards.
Yeah, Cornelius coming in as a rookie, and he's still getting some good play time. Has one of the longest names in the SFL, and he's got a good place here in Sioux Falls.
3 in the backfield, handoff right side, trying to get the first down, and does. Colin Hart does his job, 1st and 10. Nick Kindler, 3 tackles, 1 for a loss. He gets one here. That is his 3rd.
And it makes me wonder, just that play call, if Sioux Falls is finding more success on the outside run. It looks like they've been going up the middle on 1st down, 2nd down. Those last 2 plays, they went just ISO runs up the middle, trying to get gains and just getting short yardage. But that time, that was a bit of a bigger gain, getting your 1st down. So they might need to opt a little bit more for the outside runs than the inside.
1st and 10. Sioux Falls 35 where they're at. Run right side. That one is going to be a 4-yard gainer for Colin Hart again. Still been the main staple of this offense, as they're not really letting Tyree throw it downfield, and would like to see them unleash him a little bit with a large deficit in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, this is where Tyree needs to step up, get some big throws going. Colin Hart is an amazing player, but you need to get some points on the board, and you need to get them quickly.
Left side. That one's caught. Hart has some room in front of him. Has a 1st down as he gets to the 46-yard line. Still in Sioux Falls territory, but he at least has them moving forward as they try to get some points as they're reaching closer and closer to at least field goal range.
Yeah, and a good 1st down to get there for Sioux Falls. Just moving the chains on a 3rd down is big for them, and that's kind of what I think they need to do as an offense. The offense isn't really clicking yet. Some jitters in the first game. They need to just go down the field, get some short plays, and just get down there and get some points on the board.
And off again, right side. Gets taken down behind the line. 3 straight rushes for Colin Hart. Maybe getting a little bit winded out there as he's taken down. As Nick Kindler with another tackle, 2nd and 11.
And that play was made by Michael Rochester, the defensive end. He did not touch Hart at all, but he got his tackle out to the outside, made Hart run around him, and that gave the defense enough time to catch him at the line of scrimmage.
Thrown, that's a floater, and it's caught. Not sure that was by design, but it worked out for Sioux Falls. 3rd and 6 after a 5-yard gain at the Sioux Falls 49. They still haven't quite hit the midfield line. A.J. Warren's first catch of the day on his first target of the day. It's 3rd down.
And it looks like that was the first play of the game, first play of this drive for Sioux Falls. That wasn't a running play, and it gets them 5 yards. It was dangerous, but they need to do more of that.
Left side, trying to move to the outside. That is going to be a hit and a tackle. Colin Hart again on 3rd down. They've attempted to run him on multiple occasions on 3rd down. It has not worked. Adam Wiseman makes the hit, and it's 4th down again. Sioux Falls in a bit of a dire spot. Likely going to punt it from here and try to pin Denver down deep as they don't play the possession. Punt upcoming, nearly blocked as 2 were converging on it. It's going to bounce at the 9-yard line to the 2, to the 1, and into the end zone. And it will be the Denver Nightwings starting out at the 20-yard line to start this next drive.
It's a tough spot for Sioux Falls to punt there. I mean, on a 4th and 3, you can't really go for it. But I think if you're Sioux Falls, you should go for it there. When you're down this much and you need some miracles, you need to make miracles happen. And they just don't do it. They punt, giving the ball back to Denver. It's a dangerous proposition. This could give Miller the chance to put this game out of reach.
In the gun. Thrown over the middle. That one is caught. 1st down for Denver. Out to the 31-yard line over the middle of the field. And that gives Jeremy Mosley his 3rd catch of the day.
And Josh Miller's just been able to spread the ball out so well to all of his threats. Everyone on his team has every wide receiver that he has. Giacomo Jones, Bryce Battle, Quintero, and Mosley. All of them have 5 targets. All of them getting their fair share of the ball. And McChesney has 40 attempts himself.
To the left, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Miller to throw over the middle. That one is a lunging attempt, trying to get that one in. Not going to work. 2nd and 10 as Miller overthrows the target.
Rare miss by Miller, just barely overthrowing his guy. Not quite able to find that first down. Now, this is where I think we'll see from Denver. I think we'll see a lot more of the run game. This is a chance for them to run out the clock more, just keep the ball on their side of the field and not let Sioux Falls have a chance to get back in this. But we'll see what they do here.
3 to the right for Denver. Nobody on the left side as far as receivers. Moving on a crossing pattern. That one is caught. Not much to it. 3rd and 4. As they'll at least make it a 3rd and medium. Jeremy Mosley is 4th catch, and that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 24-0 Denver on top of Sioux Falls in week 1 of season 16 of the Simulation Football League. You are watching it on For the Fans on Facebook and Twitch and on Lacrosse Sportsnet. Out-of-town scoreboard, 13-0 lead for Portland over St. Louis. Still there. It's still late in the 2nd quarter. Chris Curtis and Ryan Caudill in Sioux Falls, South Dakota with you for this matchup. Miller to throw on 3rd down over the middle, and it's caught for a 1st down and more out to the Denver 47-yard line. And this is Riley Quintero who brings that one home. He's been in and out of good catching positions all day long. Has another one here.
Yeah, coming across the middle, they've been finding a lot of success on those slant patterns, especially on 3rd down, getting those big gains, getting them 1st downs. Now, this is where they're going to run down the clock.
Plenty of Jared McChesney potentially as they try to eat up this clock. This will be McChesney here. Trucks through one, and a big one at that as he absolutely lit up the linebacker. That is a non-contract linebacker as well, but doesn't really matter what his name is when his jersey's on the turf. That's a big hit.
It looked like that was actually Terrell Davis trying to go in for the stop, and he had him about 6 yards back from the 1st down marker. Just grab him, right? It's that easy. No, you have Jared McChesney. He'll put his shoulder in you, and next thing you'll know, you'll be seeing stars for the next few minutes.
Yeah, that was Davis. Definitely got the number mixed up on my end. Either way, that's a big hit, and that's going to be a big run. Sets up a nice 1st down run, 2nd and 5 now. Nick Fargo comes up to make the tackle. And don't look now, Denver really eating away at yardage, eating away at that clock. 9:45 left in this game.
Yeah, it seems like just a second ago is the end of the 3rd quarter. Now we're already a minute and a half in, and they're just going to keep on burning down this clock. Chesney's been getting the ball. He's been so effective today, and why not go to him again?
This will be a run left side off tackle and gets a couple more to add to the total. Not much more needed than that at the moment. And 3rd and 3 as we have a big 3rd down for Sioux Falls here. Probably close to their last gasp. Try to get the football in Tyree's hands to get something going on offense.
Yeah, they need to get a stop here to give their offense another chance at this game.
Looking to throw. Miller, left side, caught. Tries to drag the feet and does. 1st and 10 at the Sioux Falls 25. It's Riley Quintero again making things happen. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL. 1st and 10 for Denver as they move left to right across your screen. Miller to throw towards the sideline. That's caught. About a 5-yard completion for Bryce Battle, adding another one to his total, and it's 2nd and medium.
They like to go with Bryce Battle on the early downs, and they go to Quintero on the last downs, on the 3rd downs. That's 2 3rd downs in a row that Quintero was making the catch on, and he's able to convert and keep this drive alive for Denver.
Miller sees something at the line. They're just at the line for the red zone currently. 3 in the backfield. Handoff through the middle, and that is going to be a flag down during the middle of the play. It might have been a hold.
No, I think it was a jump from Sioux
Oh
Falls.
yeah, you're right. Yep. I saw it come through a little bit later, but either way, they're going to call it a jump, and that's going to be a free play for Denver as they get the 5 yards necessary to move the chains again.
And that's the third time that Sioux Falls has jumped off sides and given Denver a free play. And it's just not what you want. You have to play clean football if you're playing Denver. You can't give them anything. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They get those 5 yards, and now it's going to be a 2nd inch short here for them.
Not just if you're playing Denver, but with the parity in the league right now, really anybody is dangerous if you give them more chances. That's going to be through the middle and another first down given for Denver as they get all the way to the 12.
And another run for Jared McChesney, just racking up those totals, and another first down for Denver. He's racking up some yards, and the clock is winding down, and Sioux Falls is just running out of time to come back.
Chesney gets taken down there. They finally get to him in the backfield to knock him down. Wiseman. That is Fargo that comes up to make the hit. Good work, and that is a 2nd and 11.
Yeah, some good games here from some of the linebackers. I think Fuentes, 52, and Nick Fargo, 92, have both done a really good job here against the run, but it's just for naught here because Jared McChesney just so good.
Yeah, especially when they've been able to work the outsides against the inside linebackers. That's McChesney through the middle. As we say that, he gashes the inside and gets another score for the Denver Nightwings to add on to their total. The crowd letting the Sparrows know what they think about that. And it's a 30-0, going to be 31 with the extra point score line in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
And Denver, they love to go to Jared McChesney in the red zone. Last season, he had 21 touchdowns on the ground as one of the best in the league. And, of course, they go to him again. That adds to a total 2 touchdowns on the day. Just a very impressive performance from McChesney all day long today. He has just looked so, so good.
Snap is good, kick is good as well for the extra point from Kramer Jackman, making it a 31-0 scoreline, and to set up Jackman on the tee to give the ball back to Sioux Falls with just under 7 minutes to go in what's turned into a very lopsided affair in South Dakota.
Yeah, Denver is absolutely showing their stuff here today. I mean, you have a team who was slated to be the number 1 team last season. I thought they were the favorite going into the playoffs. Just looking at the way they played, they're number 1 in just about every category across the board. Seems like on offense and defense. Their offense points per game has been amazing. Their passing yards per game has been phenomenal just across the board. Really impressive stuff from Denver last season, and they're continuing it here today against a formidable Sioux Falls opponent whose defense wasn't much to write home about last season, but right now they're looking awful compared to Denver's offense.
Yeah, well, at the moment, Sioux Falls doesn't have any rest for the wicked either. They've got Baltimore next week as well in a championship rematch, so that'll be a big game. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line. Speaking of that championship rematch, next Sunday on For the Fans, there's an international clash going on. London Knights play their home opener against the Mexico City Aztecs, followed by that championship rematch between Baltimore and Sioux Falls. Bonus coverage of Fort Worth and Louisiana, plus Vancouver and Atlanta. The coverage begins at 4:30 Eastern. The SFL on FTF football season is just beginning. Split backs for Sioux Falls, 2nd and 10 through the middle. They continue to run the ball, and it's a 3-yard gain as Tyree holds onto it that time to get forward, and it's 3rd and 7.
See the QB sneak getting a little bit more yardage than it has before for Sioux Falls, but it's all for naught here. This is a big 3rd and 7. If they can't convert this, it may be over.
And it'll be a play to the right as well. Not much happening with Colin Hart having the football, and another 3rd down goes by the wayside. And I'd venture to say that every single 3rd down in this game has had Colin Hart with the football in his hands, and that has not spelled good fortune for Sioux Falls on 3rd down.
Yeah, Sioux Falls only 3 for 10, 30% of their third downs they've converted. And just that is not a recipe for success in any football game that you play. If you can't convert those key third downs, you are not going to win a football game.
Punt is on the way from the 10-yard line. Give Denver back the football. It is Quintero who gets lit up at the 40-yard line, and he will go no further than that. It's 1st and 10 for the Nightwings, starting at their own 40.
Yeah, and this is the drive for Denver where they're just going to give the ball to Jared McChesney every single play. They should anyway, and let him do his thing. Let him work his magic and seal out this ball game.
And it's for Denver again to tack on some more points. Left-hand side. McChesney, stiff arm, and a great one at that. Able to turn a 0 gain into quite a bit more than that. It's 2nd and 3 after a nasty piece of physical work.
And that's why he's getting paid the way he is. I mean, not many running back can do it like he does, but getting that huge stiff arm, getting to the outside, and then staying in bounds to keep the clock moving. Just impressive work from McChesney.
That is some man strength right there to be able to throw a man like that with a stiff arm. That's crazy good. 3 to the right. Josh Miller. Football in the hands of McChesney again, and it'll be a 1-yard gain, 3rd and 2 as the reception goes. Josh Miller through the air, 2 touchdowns and a pick, has just over 250 through the air as well. It's been a good day for him all told, and Sioux Falls on the other side, it has been, well, really kind of the opposite. They've been focusing on the run, but haven't been able to get anything going, but they're sticking to the game plan. Give them credit for that, I guess. 7 in the box defensively for Sioux Falls. Denver trying to waste as much time as possible here. And off McChesney, broken tackle, 1st down, and just at the 50-yard line is where he will get taken down. Another chance to move the chains for Denver. They take advantage of it. It's 1st and 10.
And if we look at the other side with Sioux Falls and their offense, it's really been kind of the same thing. Give the ball to your running back, let him do it, and then the quarterback's there as well. But with Denver, they've been giving the ball to McChesney. He's been amazing. Josh Miller been amazing. Just an impressive show of offense from Denver.
74 total plays from scrimmage, 41 of those. 74 for Denver, 41 for Sioux Falls, and that was the 25th first down of the football game for Denver to this point. And a big hit behind the line takes down McChesney, and it is 2nd and 13.
Yeah, Jose Fuentes is having a great game. I mean, it may not look great from the stat sheet looking at the 31-0 score, but Jose Fuentes having well over double digits in tackles, making some big hits and plugging up those holes really well. He had the tackle for loss just then and a deflection to his name.
Offset I formation for Denver, 2nd and 13. Miller under center. Handoff once more. And that is going to go to the midfield stripe again, 3rd and 10. Looks like they've put the backups in on offense for the Denver side, and that will give some snaps to the new guys per se, and also kind of take some stress off the starters who've come in and played a whale of a game.
Yeah, give McChesney a chance to rest his feet. I'm sure they're tired after all the yards he's been churning out today. He needs some well-deserved rest, and Denver, with their huge lead right now, they can afford it.
Over 2 minutes left. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Play action, throw left side. That one's going to be caught. And an 8-yard gain. It gets us to the 2-minute warning. And that is going to do it for that play. 4th and 2. Denver in a spot where they can maybe move it forward as we come to the last 120 seconds of this ball game. Punt upcoming. You're going to give Sioux Falls back the football, see if they can do something here. Get themselves on the board. Punt on the way. It'll get it down to about the 7-yard line. Bounce the 2 to the 1.
Oh my.
And it's down on the 1-yard line. Way to kick them while they're down, Denver. At the 1 is where Sioux Falls will start this drive. and you can't rub it any further than that, I don't think.
Yeah, it doesn't get much worse than that if you're Sioux Falls. I mean, Denver, they're clicking everywhere. Offense, defense, and special teams just coming through. And just a beautiful punt there by Lily Long, getting the backspin on it, getting to bounce at just the half-yard line, and just a tough spot here for Sioux Falls.
Three under center. And try to get them out of trouble, and instead it's going to be a safety. Add 2 points to the Denver totals and make it a 33-0 total. Des Troyer gets in and makes it happen, and it'll be a free kick. Sioux Falls giving it back to Denver.
That could be the first safety of the season 16 here for the SFL. And just a terrible way for Sioux Falls to go out. Denver really kicking them while they're down. You didn't think they could get any more points on the board, and then they still do with the safety. Just an impressive performance here from Denver today.
That's going to be a return back to about the 42-yard line off the free kick. And it'll be Riley Quintero on the return, and I assume we'll see the backups continue to get into this football game. Out-of-town scoreboard, St. Louis has made it closer in the third quarter. It's a 13-10 score at the Shipyards for Portland, and it's still a 3-point game, so at least some time left for St. Louis to get into it. But a good one going on our sister station, the Simulation Football Twitch channel. That's going to be a run through the middle, 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard gain. Sioux Falls calls timeout.
Yeah, and getting the backups in is got to be priceless for Denver. I mean, getting them time, getting them experience, just in case one of the big guys go down.
Yeah, and getting the backups at least some playing time crucial. I think just to get them going. I think you're right. 7 on the box defensively for Sioux Falls. Handoff right side, nothing much doing, and another timeout is called. Now a minute 34 to go in this game. And Sioux Falls got some work to do. They have a championship rematch next week against a very good Baltimore team, the defending champions, and they need to regroup a bit after the shell shock that they just took in this football game. Denver comes in and likely will blank them. Score right now 33-0 in favor of the Nightwings, and that's about as bad a first week as you can get. But we got to give credit, though, to Denver. They came through, they had a game plan, they stuck with it, and they really couldn't, Sioux Falls really couldn't plan for what Denver gave them play in and play out.
Yeah, it's really hard to plan against a team that is just going to beat you in every single facet. They have an amazing passing game. Josh Miller is so impressive. He tops the stat charts in throwing yards just about every season. Last season, he was number 2 quarterback. And this season, he's proving why he was that top guy and looking to take that spot again. And the running backs as well. McChesney's having an amazing game. The offensive line really stepping up on a run protection standpoint. They've been just amazing, just phenomenal there for McChesney. Just every part of this Denver offense has been clicking. The Denver defense has been well prepared for what Sioux Falls is doing. They know Sioux Falls is going to be rush heavy, and they came well prepared for it.
In a game of adjustments as well, Sioux Falls had a good start with Colin Hart. Had a couple of rushes right in a row that sent them off and running to start with. But it was a great adjustment by Denver's defense to really focus in on Colin Hart and make Julian Tyree beat them. But that game plan never shifted, it seemed, and Colin Hart had a majority of the weight on his shoulders the entire match.
Yeah, I think it was just a very well done game plan by the Denver defense. They know it's going to be a run attack. You need to make Tyree throw it. That's how you beat Sioux Falls. You make Tyree throw the ball, and Denver shows exactly why that is what works.
That's going to be over through the middle. At least Sioux Falls getting it first down to the 32-yard line with a minute 13 to go. They're at least moving the ball. Empty backfield for Julian Tyree. Has the football. Moves it over the middle again. Another catch and another first down. Gets him out to the 46. Sioux Falls, or 45, sorry. Sioux Falls at least moving forward, and they keep the same formation. How about another one? Over the middle. This one's a catch into Denver territory at the 40-yard line. and they're moving the ball forward through the middle with 44 seconds to go. Trying to get something on the board if they can. That's, again, same spot, same result. 1st and 10, they're kind of carving up on the inside short routes to get yardage.
It's a new formation out of the defense this time.
Over the middle. That one's caught as well. New formation, doesn't matter. And they're inside the 10-yard line. This is as far as they've been in the offensive zone for the majority of this football game. Tyree has a chance at the end zone here. Short. Got it. Touchdown. Sioux Falls gets their first points of the game in, well, you can call it garbage time. It's Dillapre Sr. with the catch, and the Sparrows have something to cheer about, as do their fans. They get their first points of the season.
Hey, at least it wasn't a shutout. That's what you got to remember for Sioux Falls. At least they didn't get shut out. They're still able to get some points on the board. That makes it look so much better at the end of the day. And a good drive there by Sioux Falls. It wasn't garbage time. It was, very hurry up, very quick. But they were still able to find those completions, get a bit of a rhythm going. And, that can help your offense kind of find a identity and find a way to beat other teams. And could be through the middle of the field like they just did.
That is going to be the extra point, which is up, and it is through. So a 33-7 tilt is what it ends up being. Sioux Falls will kick it off here. I assume they're not going to try an onside kick. We've seen weirder things, and indeed they will do a regular kickoff to get it back to Denver.
It could be an onside. The Denver is in an onside kick formation.
Yeah, they're gonna defend it at least. We'll see. They are. Okay. Fair enough. It looked like they might try the long one, and it looks like Sioux Falls is going to get it. If I'm right, they do. Well, look at that. At least they're making it interesting with 13 seconds to go as Sioux Falls keeps the football.
Yeah, I thought it looked like the Denver had their hands team out there to defend on that one. Mosley was out on the field and just misses the ball there. 54 does for Denver. And a beautiful onside kick by Sioux Falls. Really well done getting that ball into their hands. 89 finds his way in, slides in, gets the ball. And, hey, we might see another one from Sioux Falls. There's only 13 seconds, but we've seen crazier.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. We have seen crazier things. At least can get some more points on the board if they can do it. Throw over the middle, tipped and incomplete. That'll take down 4 seconds. 9 seconds left in this football game. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and it looks like they kind of went with what they did earlier in the 2-minute warning, kind of working the middle of the field, using some slants, but Denver was well prepared. This is a much better package on that 2-minute warning drill. They kind of had it was like a box formation on the front where they had about 6 guys just lined up on the line of scrimmage. They were heavily guarding the run there, and that left the middle of the field right at the line to gain marker. That left it wide open. That's what they were working on. This is that same formation that they were running earlier where the middle of the field worked so well against them.
2nd and 10 for Sioux Falls. Quick throw over the middle. That one's caught. Trying to find the seam and does so. They're going to use their last timeout as they'll get it to the Denver 44-yard line with 5 seconds left. And they'll at least have a chance to try something downfield. Noe Terrazas, the tight end, with the grab.
Hey, they could go for a Hail Mary here. I think this is plenty of room. You got some space to go, but it's only a 44-yard throw. Tyreek got some muscle. He's been here 11 years. There's a reason for it. He's got a good arm. So might as well try it. Try the Hail Mary because you're going to have to do it some other time, aren't you?
Let's see what happens. We got the Hail Mary formation in front of us here. Tyree in the gun. Last time they tried the Hail Mary, it was a sack at the end of the first half. Tyree backing up, heaving it downfield. There's a flag out there. Deep ball picked off, kneeled down in the end zone, and that is going to complete matters here in this football game. We'll see what the flag is.
Holding, number 28,
And a defensive holding penalty, I don't believe they will. Okay, they're going to end the game because it doesn't matter for the end score. That's fine. 33-7, the Denver Nightwings take out the Sioux Falls Sparrows on the road in Liberty Park. The defending runner-ups in the SFL championship game go down hard in week 1, and it's a huge credit to the Nightwings offense, defense, and special teams who did the jobs.
This Denver Nightwings' first win at Liberty Park ever in their franchise history, and it was in dominating fashion. Just absolutely dominant from Denver. Every facet of the game, they had it covered. They played it perfectly. Their game plan was phenomenal. Finding Jared McChesney, using Josh Miller as a dynamic duo, and using Jared McChesney really as your workhorse a lot of the time worked wonders for their offense. And then on defense, they planned perfectly against the run. They know Colin Hart's going to be running the ball really well. Tyree was not much of a threat coming into this game. They knew that. And Colin Hart got stuffed. He got stopped often and early. And Sioux Falls really just could not get their drives going. They couldn't use something that wasn't Colin Hart. Their third down percentage wasn't great. 3 for 10 on third down. And Denver just played amazing on defense, getting to the quarterback Tyree when they needed to, and getting a safety for what it's worth. I mean, just amazing play from Denver.
Good work. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. Give me, if you can, your player of the game for Denver, which I'm assuming is where it's going to go.
The man that I've said his name probably a million times, Jared McChesney, I think is going to be the player of the game this time around. Let's see who they give it to. And that's right.
That is indeed. So that'll work. Jared McChesney gets the player of the game, 33-7. Your final score at Liberty Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The Nightwings do the job and take out the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Week 1 just about getting to an end. The coverage for next Saturday starts at 4:30 Eastern on 11 Sports Net. Be sure to be there for Ryan Caudill and Cameron Irvine and the rest of our SFL crew at SFL HQ. I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night. Head over to the SFL Twitch channel for the conclusion of Portland and St. Louis. Other than that, we'll see you next week with the Simulation FL on LSN and FTF.